G'day everyone, welcome back to the fish room. Well, it's going to be a busy day for me today. I've got a heap to do. Today's video is all about these guys, and they are my CW51s, and they're going to go into this tank right here behind me. I'm going to set that up for them as their breeding home. They're currently in this tub over here, and yeah, I'm sick of them being in here, so I'm going to get them out of there, get them into here, and everything's right as far as the fish go. I do have an issue with the sump, which I'll show you, talk you through as well. Won't be getting that done in this video, so I'm going to go and get cracking. So go and get comfy, because I'm going to talk about new Panda Cory's, CW51s, and the chaos that I've got going on in the room at the moment. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so one of the other issues I've got to deal with this week is I've developed yet another slow leak in my sump down here. You can probably see the moisture, and I'm getting it around here. But while I was looking at that, check out what I found in there. Can you see that little baby in there? I've seen at least two babies in there. You might even be able to see Mum sticking her head out there maybe. But so those babies Pseudotropheus solosi. So what is interesting, see if I can see Mum in there hanging out the top, is that I don't have any Pseudotropheus solosi on that system at all. They're in their standalone tank over here, and the waste goes out and then out to the tubs. So they haven't come from there, and I know I've got probably 3 solosi in there. So I'm guessing what's happened is there are both males and females in there, and they're now breeding in my sump. So that is going to be a bit of a nightmare for me to take apart. I've got some, I don't know if you can see him in there as well, over the back just near that rock there. I've got a pleco in there as well, but I have some of these guys, and this tank is definitely in need of a clean, but these are Ornata pinus, and I do want to move them out of here as well. The water's actually not green, it's the backlit light on the algae that you can see there. So I'm thinking I'm going to make this tank here a shrimp tank, maybe an orange shrimp tank. I've got the red shrimp tank in here, which is due for a water change and a clean. Get the duckweed off the top of it. I'm thinking putting one of the betta fish that I've got in there, and giving him some room. And I'm going to move the ghost knife out of here, take that divider out, and maybe make that even a blue shrimp tank. So this will just be one rack of shrimp. That won't be this video. I'm just telling you, yeah, the plans that I've got underway at the moment. So I will get this pleco tank done today. I will, the biggest issue I've got is not just buying another sump, because if it was easy as that I'd just buy another one and be done with it, but the length of that sump I can't get out here. So I doubt very much I'm going to have enough room to slide it in or slide it out, so I've actually got to break that up to get it out, which is not going to be fun, and then work out what I'm going to do. So I might have to put 2 3-foot sumps in there and join the 2 together somehow. So that's going to be obviously another video, but something I've got to do during the week, and I can't just let it leak onto the floor and keep on mopping it up. But anyway, I did get in and clean this tank up, as you will see. And I spent a bit of time just cleaning the glass. I got all the duckweed off the top of it up there, and I pulled out this plant here, which is my Aponogeton. And the Aponogeton, I think this is an Australian native species, so I've actually gone and put it, you'll see it's about 1100 millimeters long, or 1.1 meters, and I put it outside here in this tub, and it was really just a matter of necessity with the length of it, because it was too long actually to go into these tanks here. Like, it not only did it go up there, it was all over the top and covering the light. Now that I've taken it out, I've caught up the lemon tetra that were in there as well. There was one lemon tetra, 3 of these. I think they're called Ruthven tetras or green belly tetras. I don't know why they're called green bellies. I think they're red and green, but anyway. So they're in there, and that's looking pretty good now, and I'm happy that I can actually see in there again. The lemon tetras went over here, or the lemon tetra I should say. So I've now got, I think, 11 tetras in there that I bred all of them. And the Brazilian black line, that I had one of those in there again that had bred and just got into the system. Out the way, guys. So I've now got, I think I've got 11 of them in there as well, lucky number 11. So they've been hanging out as a school, and their behaviour's been pretty cool. Check out this dude. They're all hanging around. It's not dinner time or feeding time. It's actually quite early. It's about 10 to 10. I was going to get the sand done and possibly even shoot the rest of this video last night, but I for some reason got distracted, and yeah, I just didn't get it done. But anyway, I'm not sure why. Just one of those days, I guess. But yeah, this is a problem that I got to sort out, and I'm not really stoked about it, to be honest. All right, so I'm going to get into this one now, and I'll time lapse it and bring you back. It won't be an overly complicated scape. Hopefully it will look aesthetically pleasing, and I've bred corys in these tanks before. I think the volume of water plus the constant flow in, and I'll put some air in there as well, should make it look okay. So I'm going to get into that right now. Okie doke, so I've done a bit of work on it, as you saw on the time lapse, and I'm just going to give you a quick squiz now and bring you up to speed. So that is how it looks at the moment. I'll show you from in there, but what I'm wanting to do is I'm thinking putting an Amazon sword or some plant here to give them some sort of buffer and place to hide. I've got quite a deep rock with an arch in it. Now I don't know, you're going to see it from here, maybe from under there, but probably goes back about halfway under that rock. It's quite a decent sort of a arc under there. I've got a air stone over here, and I'm going to show you from the top because it looks, you'll see. So that's it from the top. Now hopefully without dropping the phone in. So over in, you'll see there I've got the rocks piled up like a bit of a nursery really, so that any babies that are in there can actually get away. The sheriff's going off over there. In the corner I've got an air stone hidden behind that rock, and also a bit of a cave so they can go underneath there as well. And you'll see, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the, maybe I'll come back like that, with that layout. The sheriff's gone off out there. I'm going to have to go and sort him out. Okay, Zig was going off because my son-in-law has arrived to pick up my granddaughter who did a sleepover last night. And yeah, he just does that. So the tank now, what I'm going to do is I've still got to catch another 3 or 4 guppies out of there that I have been catching them over time. But what I'm going to do now is plant it out, fill it up, clean the glass, probably drain it or half drain it just to get all the stuff out of it, and then the greenery will soften, if I can just make sure that's focused, the soften around there. And I didn't get to point out before Zig really interrupted me, you'll see the sponge filter I've hidden at the back there. So there's only one rock laying on it, so I can easily just lean that forward and pull it out and clean it. But it also, that sponge filter will provide some bloody duckweed. I'm wearing the right shirt today. Wearing Nick's duckweed shirt. I can probably duck quack that. And I'm thinking about even up the side here, I've got a bucket of thin leaf Java fern. So it grows pretty well. You see I've got it all through the place, and then that bucket of stuff came out of here. Look at the colour of the blues on some of these shrimp. Not all of them, of course, unfortunately. See if I can zoom in there. But that's the colour I really like, that type of blue. But I've got some really dark blues, some really light blues. And yeah, it's looking pretty good, that tank. Zig, what you doing? Surprise, surprise. He's had a great time with my granddaughter because she's roughly, well, she's in comparison, she's a better size for him to play with. So I'm going to plant that out now, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. That, where I got to with this tank so far is that. So I got, I'd look from this side actually, it's probably a bit better. It's clearing up nicely. I've used the Valencia, I think it is, in there. I've used the thin leaf Java fern, that one's coming out a bit there. Got to tuck him back in. I've used some Amazon swords, and of course the Blixa japonica, which I've got, and I wanted just to say that, that's why I put it in the tank. But I've got the three of them in there, randomly spaced, or appearing to be so. And I've got a really, I think, decent nursery in there. You can probably see that cave under that rock a bit better now, and the larger rocks are really designed for the baby corys, when I get some, to be able to get away and hide in there, and little pockets of, you know, food and mulm and stuff. And you would have seen on the time lapse that I chainsawed that one straight log in half to make that design. So that's where it's at the minute. What I am going to do now, and I will time lapse it, I guess, is the pulling down of that tank. And there should only be, well, there should be 7 new Panda Cory's or CW51s in there. And for the last week I've had some spawning mops in there, not necessarily just for them. I would love it if they breed, but I'm not really expecting that. I have been fattening them up on live blackworms. That tank needs a drain. And I've got a pair of Chinese white clouds in there, so hopefully I'll get some little bubbies out of that as well. Oh, look, the 2 Borneo loaches are out. You see the difference in size is why I think I've got a pair. Now someone else might be able to tell me, because I really don't know. I'm just taking a guess here. That one seems to be a big fat girl, and that one to be a skinny boy. I'm not sure if it's the opposite way around, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking it is. Okay, I'm going to go and get these fish and release them into their new home. Okay, so I've caught the fish up, and I've got, I just put these guys in. I didn't do a release shot, obviously. 3 Chinese white clouds. I thought, given the flow that I've got going in here, they'd actually quite enjoy being in here. I think I might even grab some more from the tub outside, because I really like them. There's no need for them to stay outside all winter. Not all of them, anyway. Bring some inside and enjoy them. They're a great dither fish. They're getting on well with the Cory so far. So these guys, I'll turn that light on there. So I've got all 7 of them still, which is just fantastic. Really pleased about that. I didn't expect anything else, but at the same time, you never know. I've been smashing them with food. So I'll turn that off again. So I'm going to just get up on the ladder and give you a release shot of these guys going into their new home. Okay, so I think this side's probably going to be the best release shot. Just going to now the temperature's the same, the water's the same, so I don't have to worry about acclimating them. And oh, nearly. He was pretty keen to get out. There they go. And the rest of them. So okay, they're now in there. I'm really happy about that. I think that they'll enjoy their new home, and I'll probably put some footage. I'll take some footage maybe tomorrow, or depends if I try to get this out tonight. But they still look as nice as ever to me. They get much golder, much more yellow around them as they get more comfortable. Check out, I got 2 boys and a definite girl there. So that's that one done. What I think I might even do now is give you a quick look at some of my other tanks. Okay, so that's another video done, thankfully. I always feel good when I'm at this point. Now I realise I've got how much editing I've got to do. So I hope you enjoyed that new tank setup. I'm really stoked that the Corys have gone into their new home. I think they'll be happy there. I think they'll enjoy the flow. Now the issue with the Sump, well, I guess that's fish keeping, but it's it's really bumming me out a bit. But anyway, I'll get into it. You just got to put up with these things. It is, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to get cracking on that most likely tomorrow. I've drained the sump down by half, hoping that that would take the pressure off anywhere that it's cracked and leaking. I'm going to keep trying to catch the fish out of it, and I'm guessing it's going to be the next video because I've got to do it tomorrow. I may as well time lapse it and talk you through it. It really sucks. What can I say? It's just, oh man. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly, truly appreciate every single subscriber and view. I love to read all the comments. I try to get to as many as I can now, and I think I'm just about caught up. So once again, thank you very much, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. G'day everyone. Welcome back to my place. Well, it's actually the fish room. G'day everyone. Welcome back to the fish room. Well, there's a bit going on in here today. I got to get some stuff done. I got some problems. Right, pretty much inside then, as far as well, it's not actually as. I do have another issue with the sump, which I'll talk to you and get this thing organised. Quack you, duckweed. Good. When I'm at this point now, I realise I've got how much editing I've got to do. But anyway, what I was that yeah, that that sump. Oh man, like, yeah, that's not good. That's not a good job. Anyway, what can I say? I said that twice.